Hey everybody, Rye here, and welcome back to some more Loren the Amazon Princess. We are about to leave camp, and hopefully we can find a non-violent way to deal with Krul and the orcs. But quite frankly, a few of our party members definitely want to kill Krul, so I don't know what's going to happen. God damn it. We'll just do this fight really quick.
Clean your weapons, tend your wounds, and make haste.
Saren quickly found Loren to tell her everything he had just learned. Together, they conspired a plan to draw Krul away from his horde. She ordered everyone to the outskirts of Horus as soon as possible. The orc army was their destination. They need only fight enough to get Krul's attention. As on other occasions, they could retreat in camp, but their enemies would become stronger in the next fight. Alright, let's do this. Let's attack a big orc group. Because I'm just that hardcore. Alright, Ray, we are going to make you do a headshot to that guy. Karen, you're going to focus on him. And Loren... Oh my gosh, he took him down in one hit. It's pretty hardcore.
Disgusting creature.
I hope this is slightly uncomfortable.
We're doing a lot of damage to them, though.
Allow me.
And dealt with.
Let's eat.
I don't even think we need to camp. Nothing to really get excited over there. Yeah, we're doing another group here.
They're all mine.
Wham bam, thank you ma'am. We're doing good. Oops. Alright, got him up front.
Finally, they were starting to annoy me.
Hell crossbow. 59% of our goal. Who uses a crossbow? Dora, right? Ray can use it, but raises attack but lowers crit. I don't know. I don't know if I want to drop it like that. This, however, I will do. Alright, Dora, you get the hell crossbow. We'll do one more fight and then we'll go to camp, because also from what my experimentation with like the other save file, just to see like if things were really different, I did find that there are like camp cutscenes or dialogue you can access during stuff like this, so I'm kind of curious.
Boom! Headshot.
Ow, stop hurting my girl, man. Heal her.
I've been practicing.
Another victory for the Amazons.
Another victory for the Amazons.
A few less pawns for the demon's game.
Yay, Apollyon leveled up. Let's actually give him Flood level 2 and bring his will to 50. Alright, and now we will camp. Just to bring up our stats and see if anybody has anything to say. Just going through it really quickly. Alright, nope. Let's do a medium orc group. All we need to do is beat them and we're good. I want to try and preserve my magic though.
Out of our way.
I want to hold stuff as long as I can. That way, if I can't heal up after this battle, I'll be in good shape. There we go. Alright, looks good to me. Damn, 100 orcs? It's hardcore. The head of their 100th orc flew from its body and into the piles forming around them. The party had cut its way through too many orcs, and Krul was still nowhere to be found. More orcs charged forward. In frustration, Loren simply called out the barbarian's name. Krul? Krul! Oh, holy fuck. The approaching orcs slowed and then split away to reveal a path. Krul had heard the Metal Gear call and was responding. Oh, this is not going to be good. Wow! Dude, holy fuck. This dude looks like he could pick you up, tear you apart, and then just mush your body together into a ball so he could use you as a basketball. A tall, monstrous man showed himself with a scar over one eye and two massive warhammers in his hands. Dora took a step backwards instinctively. He said nothing for a long moment as his army and Loren's party repositioned themselves defensively. He looked inappropriately amused. You kill many orcs. You will disband your army immediately and face imperial punishment for your crimes. His smile only deepened. Amakiki. The gladiator broke from Loren's rank and walked intimidatingly up to Krul. Even though Amakiki was a large man, the other barbarian was much larger. They stared intently at each other, growling with their eyes. And then Amakiki spat at Krul's feet. The barbarian coursed with hot rage. He quickly whipped his weapons off his shoulder and impaled them in the ground before him. Amakiki did the exact same with his sword. They both proceeded to grunt violently at each other. Manly! What in the world are they doing? You are witnessing a primitive ritual of the nomads to arrange duels. Our friend has put Krul's honor to the test, and like all barbarians, he would not refuse. This will certainly give us an advantage with a one-on-one fight. That guy is twice the size of ours! You assume that he will rely on his size to win? Let's not be foolish. You can't trust him. Her voice cut through the tension as if they had forgotten she existed. Dora had tucked herself in the very back as if not to be seen. Knowing her story, Saren knew that Dora was completely right for any reservations that she had. I agree. And let's take him down now. Have you seen the size of the teeth on all of those orcs? That one's looking right at me and licking his chops. Loren grumbled. I love how Saren just has like a little smug look, like, you kind of have it coming. And Makiki returned to the group. The challenge has been accepted. One of us will die at dawn tomorrow. Don't be saying that like you ain't sure you're gonna win. You got us by your side. If he doesn't plan to play by the rules, then neither will we. We'll all make sure the right person goes down tomorrow. No, let me fight him. No tricks. The group was silent for a moment from his request, especially Saren. This was not what he had in mind when he asked Amakiki to challenge Krul. It was just supposed to be a way to get him alone. You think you can definitely win this duel? It hardly seems fair if he just gets to kill him by himself. What about me? You must let us fight on our own, otherwise we are not men. If you think you can handle him, then we can do this the clean way. Wow, Loren is just like, completely different from how she was in the beginning, isn't she? Is this wise? I have faith with the greatest warrior Grimoire has ever seen. I believe you should too. Saren looked over at the gladiator and he stuck out his chest. It seems we must. They left for camp. Krul kept the orcs at bay so that they could feast on them in the morning. They were awoken by shouting. Dora? Dora! Oh shit, she ran off to go fight Krul. Saren hopped up and quickly found a distraught Rammus. What's wrong? What's happened to her? Dora's missing! She's nowhere, I tell ya! By then, the entire group had formed around Rammus and began scanning the horizon as if to catch a glimpse of her. You've checked? You think I haven't checked everywhere? When I say she's missing, you better believe she is. Very well, dwarf, calm down. We will make sure that she is found. Could she have been kidnapped? No. Ray was hunched against the ground looking for tracks. She just walked away. If she has gone that way, she is heading for the orcs and Krul. Saren went quiet. It could not be coincidental. We need to save her. What? Why? She is heading right towards danger. Everyone followed Dora's trail, and sure enough, it led right to the orc army in the nearby distance. We will have to look for her some other time. We have a duel to fight. Saren nodded and unsheathed his sword, hoping Dora was okay for the time being. There was a greater matter at stake. Oh shit. The battle between men. They all found the spot where the two nomads had buried their weapons in the ground, as it was a mark of their dueling location. Ray offered to hide away on a nearby cliff to act as an immediate end to Krul if the duel went sour. Saren took him up on this, knowing he had an excellent shot. The orc army once again filled the plains, with a few decorated leaders standing next to Krul, who were waiting impatiently. I am ready. So am I, holy shit. This is kind of like spine-tingling excitement right here. He raised his shield and slammed it with his sword. Loren nodded. Satisfied, he moved to engage Krul. The orcs and Loren's followers gathered around as both of the duelists stood by with their weapons in the center. Krul was stoic, but Amakiki pulled his sword out of the ground with a challenging glare. Krul grunted. You act like Nomad. You look like Nomad, but you not Nomad. There was a full-body reaction in Amakiki from the taunt, his face now contorting in bloodlust. You die. With that, Krul tore his hammers from the ground and rushed towards Amakiki. He managed to deflect the massive strike. All watched as the two demonstrated why their people were called barbarians. Even though Krul demonstrated greater strength and more brutal tactics, Amakiki somehow managed to hold his own, proving he had rightfully earned the title of Bear in Grimoire. The battle waged for what seemed like hours, but could have been no longer than a minute. In a heated moment, Amakiki used his superior agility to maneuver Krul to lose his grip on his weapons. It worked, and Krul's hammers flew from his monster's hands. He was defenseless. The gladiator raised his sword to take the kill. And, of course, there is foul play. I can kind of smell this coming a mile away. Krul roared, causing orcs to break from their ranks to swarm Amakiki. Saren's gasp was stuck in his throat at the sight. Then he looked up at the cliff, hoping Ray's hand was steady. Loren had her weapon drawn and charged into the fray. Alright, we have to have Amakiki in our group, so let's switch him in. What? That was weird. Oh, current party limit is 3. Okay, it has to be these 3. Okay. Bam! Bam! Wham bam! Thank you, ma'am! Get on the floor and fucking die! Oh my god, we're destroying these fools.
Worthy match.
Seriously, it was not worthy at all. Amakiki tried to defend himself, but there were too many. They could not kill an entire enemy by themselves. An army by themselves. Crossbolts pierced the sky, striking attacking orcs. But more just sprang up in their place. You call yourself a warrior? You fight like a coward. Krul grunted loudly, and the orcs retreated, but their damage had been done. Amakiki was bleeding from several wounds, but was still standing. I am great warrior, best warrior, orcs know. The entire orc army started to howl menacingly to show their loyalty. The cacophony surrounded them, sending shivers through them, even Loren. They could not fight their way out if they decided to attack. The reality of the position that they had put themselves in was suddenly too clear. But the harmonizing of the orcs was disrupted abruptly by a high-pitched yelp. All of them were silent as one of the orcs in the front lines keeled over. Dora pulled her knife out of the dead orc with a look that none of them had ever seen on her before. It was dark, it was serious, and truly sad. You ain't a warrior. You ain't. Her voice trembled and she stepped out of the orc ranks, shedding what must have been an orc disguise. No more hiding. I ain't gonna hide from you no more. Dora! The dwarf woman held out her short knife and took staggering steps towards him. The orcs started hissing at her, but Krul gave no orders. You are puny. So what? Dora ran forwards and plunged her knife into Krul's chest. No one breathed a single breath as Krul looked down at the weapon impaled in him, and then Dora. He took the knife out of him and tossed it away without blinking an eye. Shenanigans! Shenanigans. Run. Leave! Krul scooped up Dora before her legs would let her move. She screeched as he lifted her from the ground. I know you. You smell like Dwarf Village. He grinned, thinking about Dora's hometown. I not find you then. Unhand her, you flea-bitten Lord Weasel! Rammus had marched to Dora's rescue, his axe ready. Rammus, no! Dora swiped at his face in a distraction, landing only a mild blow. But in the next second, a crossbow bolt whooshed past her and struck Krul right in the neck. He hollered and dropped Dora. Rammus rushed over and helped her up, and she immediately recovered her knife. The orcs didn't like this turn of events and started screeching and pawing at the party, itching to kill them. Loren was not pleased either. Oh shit. Well guys, I think this is a perfect spot for a cliffhanger! Woo! So, if you guys want to know what happens, you're going to have to tune in to the next part. Until then, if you guys enjoyed this video, I encourage you to leave a like as it helps and benefits the growth of the channel. And my cruel ass. I'm Rye. Happy gaming everybody. I will see you all very soon.